Okay, so I'm Eliana. I guess this is my YouTube channel. So I've kind of been wanting to do this for a long time. Okay, so in this video, I said I wanted to do this for a long time, but I've literally probably wanted to do this for 3 days. So yeah, just trying to be honest. So since it's my first video, I really didn't know what to talk about. And so I decided that since today's the day and I just want to go for it and film it, I would talk about my morning this morning and how interesting everything was. Okay, so I'm going over everything I filmed right now, and I'm gonna be completely honest. It's probably not as interesting as I felt like it was when I filmed this, but I did my best. I mean, it was kind of a mess, but I'm gonna be real here. I'm kind of always a mess. Like, people that know me, they know I'm a mess. Even if we're not close, I feel like there are just little things about my life that tell you I'm a mess. And so this morning, I woke up at 5:50, which is the time I wake up almost every morning, but I was still exhausted. So this part of the video is basically where I explain that it took me until 6:05 to actually convince myself to get out of bed, and that I have to make the bus by 6:40. That's it. So I get out of bed, like every normal teenager does. I'm exhausted and do not want to get ready for the school day because I love school. I really do. I love seeing my friends and stuff, but it can be kind of overwhelming at times. And so I wasn't really feeling school this morning. It just wasn't really happening for me. I finally convinced myself to go get my laundry. And so I opened the door to go upstairs, and this little ball of black and white fur comes running at me. And it's our 10-week-old puppy, Belle. At this time, she was supposed to be in her crate because she's not potty trained. But she gets really excited when she sees people. And so as she's jumping on my feet all excited, she's peeing. I mean, just like little squirts here and there, but she is peeing on my foot. And so I try to put her leash on her. Okay, so basically what ended up happening is I tried to put the leash on my dog 3 times, and it finally went on, and she finally let me take her outside. And then I did not have a great experience with it, but I guess you guys can watch me talk about that now. And I'm literally stepping outside when I realize that even though I normally sleep in shorts and a t-shirt, I particularly picked last night to sleep in a bathrobe. At this point, I just need to get my dog to go to the bathroom so I can finish getting ready for school. So I'm in this electric blue bathrobe and brown boots, and I have this dog on her leash and my phone in my other hand, and I'm just a mess in the backyard. And so all of a sudden, I don't know, I honestly don't know what happened. I guess my hand slipped or something, but I had music playing really quietly on my phone because that's what I do every morning. And all of a sudden, it is blaringly loud. I mean, I must have turned the volume literally all the way up. So I turned it off as quickly as possible. Okay, so I'm sure at this point you're basically wondering, well, why is music such a big deal? Everyone plays music loudly. Yeah, well, I was outside in the dark before the rest of my neighborhood was up, and I was in a bathrobe. So my main goal was to not wake the entire neighborhood up. And having that blaring music, I have no idea if I woke anyone up or if anyone saw it, which is great. So I just continue with what I'm doing because I don't really know what else to do. My dog needs to go to the bathroom and I don't have time to go inside and change. So it's almost as if she knows that I'm pressured for time because she sniffs around for a solid 2.5 minutes. And then she sits down on the ground and looks up at me.
So just to give you guys a little bit of an image, this is Belle, the adorable dog, who does not understand time management, apparently.
So I decide that it would be a great idea to just take her inside. And that works out okay. The dog drama's over.
Everything's okay.
Then I get to the laundry room, and, everything seems fine. And then I go to grab my leggings that were air drying overnight. And I literally cannot tell you why, because I still don't know myself, but they smelled like peanut butter.
Yeah, so basically my leggings smelled like peanut butter, which I don't understand because honestly, they were new leggings. They should not smell like peanut butter. And my mom was the one that set them out to air dry and stuff, and moms do everything right. So I don't understand why my leggings smelled like peanut butter, but I guess that's what I was working with for the day.
But honestly, I just think, peanut butter is not the worst thing to smell like. I can tolerate peanut butter. So I grab my peanut butter leggings and a t-shirt that smells normal, and I bring them downstairs.
So yeah, basically, I grabbed my peanut butter leggings and my t-shirt, and I showered and put them on, and, everything was going fine again. And then it was basically time to leave for school. So I ran upstairs.
I'm about 3 minutes behind schedule already, and I'm kind of, at this point, I'm just kind of praying that it's one of the days that the bus shows up a little late. That happens on occasion, and honestly, a lot of times it does happen on the days when I have bad mornings.
So the question I have for my past self is, what days do I not have bad mornings? I almost miss the bus every single day.
I get upstairs, and I'm looking for my brother, because usually, I pack my lunch in the kitchen. He waits in our, I guess you would call it a dining room, but we don't actually eat in there. And so he usually waits in there and watches for the bus. He wasn't there. And so I was like, well, that's kind of weird, but maybe he's just running behind this morning, and I don't really think much of it. I'm a little irritated because I have to now figure out how to run from the bus window to the kitchen to pack my lunch. And it's made especially difficult because in the hallway that goes between this room and the kitchen, there is a doggy gate. And so I'm running from the kitchen around my entire house to get to this window so I can check. And he's still not there. And at this point, I'm thinking this is a little strange. Usually, he's not this late if he has an off day. I call my mom because my brother doesn't have his phone on him, and even if he does, it never wakes him up if he's still sleeping. So I figure my best bet is my mom. So I call her, and I'm like, Aiden's not at the door.
Yeah, so then after I'm basically ready, and the only reason that I need to, stay in the house is to call my mom to see if my brother is coming, she tells me he's sick, but nobody told me. If I'm sick, I always tell my whole family so my brother doesn't have to wait for me. But apparently, the same courtesy does not extend to me. So, yeah, he was sick.
So I finished packing my lunch, and I'm literally sliding my feet into Converse as the bus pulls around the corner, which is perfect. Like, days when I time it perfectly are just, it's usually going to be a good day. So I run down to the curb so that I can catch the bus. My Converse half on because I didn't have time to tie them.
Yeah, so I don't know if this is a normal thing, but almost every day I run out of time to tie my shoes, so I literally get on the bus with my shoes not on. I slide my feet in them so I don't have to walk barefoot, but I don't tie them until I get on the bus. I don't know if other people do that, but I don't have time in the morning for that.
And so I make the bus. That's fine. And I'm getting on the bus, and I expect my normal interaction with my bus driver. So usually I say good morning, and I smile because I don't know, I think it's courteous to smile. Like, if somebody's having a bad day, a smile can make such a huge difference. So I always say good morning and smile. And usually my bus driver smiles back, and sometimes she'll say good morning back, and sometimes she doesn't really say anything. She just kind of smiles, and she's happy. And I really like my bus driver. She's super sweet. And so I say good morning and I smile and I start walking back to my seat right away because usually she doesn't respond, and if she does, it's just good morning or something. And so I'm honestly past her when my brain starts to kind of register what I missed walking on the bus.
So I honestly don't even know if that's a real thing. I literally had a flashback of what happened 2 minutes, not even 30 seconds after it happened.
She didn't just respond with good morning. I mean, she was talking to me. I think she asked me where my brother was. And I literally said good morning and kept walking through the bus. So, being the ignorant teen that I am, I sit down in my seat and I feel so bad because I feel like she thinks that I probably ignored her question and just kept walking, which isn't the case. I had no idea she was gonna ask me this question, and I was unprepared in a way.
Yeah, I guess that's me, unprepared for basic human interaction.
And finally we get to school, and I've basically decided that I'm not gonna ask her if she asked me a question because I feel like if she didn't, that could make things extremely awkward. I just get off the bus, and honestly, the rest of my day was pretty okay. I mean, I had issues with my math homework because I didn't get to it the night before. It's never a great feeling not having your homework done. It just kind of, I don't know, for me personally, it bothers me, not because I'm worried about necessarily the grade, but because I'm worried about the fact that my teacher is going to be disappointed in me. That makes me feel super guilty and stressed. It was okay because I honestly don't even know if he noticed. I genuinely had a pretty okay day.
Yeah, so I don't know about you, but I just love getting absolutely stressed about nothing.
Then I came home and I don't know, something in my brain was like, tonight's the night. I'm going to film my first YouTube video. And I really didn't know what to talk about. So yeah, you ended up with this story about my morning. I guess we all have our good days and our bad days. And honestly, as sappy as it sounds, it's important to kind of appreciate the bad days in a way, because if you think about it, if we didn't have bad days, we wouldn't even know what a good day, like how good a good day felt, because you would have nothing bad to compare it to.
So that was my first video, and I didn't really wrap it up, but I just wanted to say that I hope my morning story wasn't too painful to watch. And yeah, just thanks for watching.